My name is Kajihiro. I'm the program director for the American Friends Service Committee Hawaii Area Program, and also part of the DMZ Hawaii Aloha Island Network. The AFSC is a Quaker peace and social justice organization, and so our interest in the Superferry is both the environmental and social impacts, but also its military connections. And I think you got to ask the question when you see how hard they're working, the Superferry, the government officials, to avoid doing an environmental impact statement, how hard they're working to circumvent the laws. You got to ask yourself why. And the reason that they've given is primarily that it's about the money. It's that their loan guarantees would not come through if they had to do an EIS. So why would that be put forward as a reason to not do something that's just basic in terms of environmental law? And when you follow the money back, you see that the Bush administration had not funded loan guarantees through this program since 2001 because they consider this a corporate subsidy. So where did that money come into the budget for maritime administration to give the loan guarantee? That was probably an earmark that most likely came through defense appropriations. And we haven't been able to actually track down that source of money. And so that might go right back to the doorstep of Senator Inouye, because he's the king of being able to put military pork into the budget. Right. So were there any strings that we don't know yet? And that needs to be uncovered. And I think that's one of the big questions. And if that's what's really driving this thing, if you look at the pantheon of ex-military officials who are at the helm of the Superferry, you'll see that they have economic and political interests in seeing this contract go through, because they're looking to the future. And as others have pointed out, Oslo Corporation makes military ships for transport. The Westpac Express is being operated in Okinawa and Southeast Asia. And it's the same basic specifications as the Superferry. They've already said that they're going to use it for the strikers when the strikers arrive. And then there's this voluntary intermodal sea lift program that's being that it was a requirement of the loan guarantee that the Superferry be part of enrolled in this program, making themselves available for military transport when needed. So, when they came out in the court in Maui, that well, this is going to interfere with military readiness of the country if the Superferry wasn't running its commercial operations on time. That should be an indicator of some of the powers and interests that are kind of pulling strings on this thing. And I think we should be really suspicious of that and demand some transparency and accountability. They don't get to run over our laws and our resources and our people in this way. And with the Striker Brigade, it was the same thing. People said no, overwhelmingly said no to the strikers. The EIS documented that it was going to have huge impacts, but they made a decision to just bring it to Hawaii without considering any other alternatives, or considering the alternative of not having a striker brigade at all. And so that's why they're back to this drawing board, having to do another EIS for strikers, is because they were found to be a violation of the National Environmental Policy Act, and they lost in court. Now the Superferries and the strikers are teaming up. Oslo Corporation and General Dynamics, who makes the strikers, are talking about a deal where they want to bid for the joint high-speed vessel. This is a long-range project to build, I think, 55 of these Superferry type vessels. So this is like a way of them getting the foot in the door, having a demonstration project, and then being able to bid for the big one. Yeah, and Hawaii is underwriting it by sacrificing itself, and our environment and our people, so that this corporation can just scoop really big. I think that that's wrong, and that's part of the corruption that comes with the military-industrial complex here.